Hello and welcome to another mock of Mini Moc March. But when I say that, I should really say 3 mocks, because today I've gone completely out of my mind again and decided to build 3 mocks instead of 1, because sometimes 1 mock just isn't enough, you know what I mean? I wanted to challenge myself again because clearly I wasn't challenging myself enough. So I wanted to try and build the same planet in 3 separate mocks with 3 different amount of pieces. So here I have attempted to build Tatooine with 10 pieces, 100 pieces, and 1,000 pieces. Yep, I've gone absolutely insane once again. To decide what planet I wanted to build, I asked the foremost knowledge of Star Wars, that being SW Bricks and Figs. I asked him what was the most iconic planet in Star Wars, and he gave me this answer.
Most iconic Star Wars planet, I'd say Tatooine might be up there.
And I thought Tatooine makes a lot of sense because it's the only planet that appears in all 3 trilogies, so I thought, hey, why not make a mock, one from each trilogy all set on Tatooine? So here we have my 10-piece mock, which is Rey burying Anakin's lightsaber on Tattooine. We then have the 100-piece mock, which is Darth Maul and his speeder going through Tattooine. And then the 1,000-piece mock, which is the Sarlacc Pit scene. I will now dissect these mocks each one by one, some a little bit faster than others. So let's go straight to our 10-piece mock. So our first mock here is a episode 9 mock, and I looked into this recently when I was going through my Mini Moc March playlist, which you should definitely check out. That this is the only sequels mock I have made so far in Mini Moc March, which is really funny to me. But yeah, this is it. It's a very simple build of just made with very basic pieces of just kind of create this kind of hole which Rey can put her lightsaber into. Just to be clear about all of these mocks, the minifigures do not count towards the part count, purely because then this mock would be basically impossible to build. So I've not included any minifigure pieces in any of the counts. But yeah, so this is my take on an episode 9 Rey. I just tried to give her as much white as possible. This is actually just the episode 7 Rey with white arms and a white cloak, purely because I don't have an episode 9 Rey. So yeah. There isn't a ton to say, it's just a very small hole. I've already been speaking about this way too long, but yeah, a lightsaber goes in there. Very simple, done. Up next, we're going slightly more in depth with this Darth Maul speeder mock. You can see here that I've got a nice tan base to it, similar to the Rey one, but I've just got a lot more detailing in it. These were kind of like the last touches I did, just to like make sure I got to that 100 and give it some nice sandy detailing. And I've got the speeder itself. This is a fully custom design. I just thought that for one of these mocks I wanted to create some kind of vehicle. I initially wanted to do the skiff to help with this, but then that would have just boosted the part count way above what I needed it to be. So yeah, I just wanted to do Darth Maul's little speeder here, and I think that's turned out quite well. I've got some nice shapes going on here and he fits in it quite nicely. Using that leg technique where you rock them off the actual body and put them on the sides to make it look more accurate. And I've also got a small weather tower here, just to like give it more detail and make it look more like Tatooine. And again, just to put up the part count. This is sort of reminiscent to a very early 2000s set, like Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn. And I probably could put Qui-Gon Jinn in here, but that would probably just be too close and the scale wouldn't work. So I just think this works quite nicely as a very small vignette type build. And last but certainly not least, we've got this Sarlacc Pit mock. This is something that I don't really see a ton of mocks get made on generally, so I thought, why not make one just to be a little bit different? And I wanted to try and distance itself somewhat from the Lego sets, which have it on a base that looks a lot like this. I really wanted to focus on the depth here, hence I've made a large box, which quite iconically I gave a lot of praise to when I built this on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have created a box! Oh boy! And it only took us 41 minutes. How has this taken us 41 minutes? How? Yeah, so we can look into the deeps of here. You can see I've got it going quite deep down with like these dark tan slopes kind of like surrounding it to create the outside of the actual Sarlacc Pit itself, as well as like this top layer here with just some regular tan going around it, and I really like that look. I've used slopes in the bottom of here. I've specifically used the 1x2x3 slopes because they've got that hollow stud on the top, which I then could attach teeth to give it like a really dangerous look all around the sides. And in the actual mouth itself, I've got Boba Fett because he just fell into the pit before this scene, and that way I could attach the tongue nice and easily just to his hand to Lando because he is wrapped up during this scene. I've directly taken the part where Lando is getting almost eaten by the Sarlacc and is being saved by Han Solo, and I think that scene works quite well, and he's about to shoot the Sarlacc in itself. Obviously I should put the skiff right up here, but as I said before, that would have put me way over the parts count for this to be in a 1000-piece MOC. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks. This is far and away the favourite of the three. Obviously my favourites go from 10-piece to 100-piece to 1000-piece, but I'm really happy with this result, and I actually think this could almost work on a MOC on its own. And yeah, big fan. And there we have it, building Tatooine with 10 pieces, 100 pieces, and 1000 pieces. This was a fun, just new type of challenge to myself, and I'm really happy with the result. I know I've already said that, but yeah. I just think it can show, like, definitely with more pieces you can get more detail in and it'll look a lot better. Although I think this MOC is actually really good. I like the detailing a lot of the floor here. I like the speeder and I like the weather tower too. This is an absolute disaster, so I'll just hide this one away and we won't talk about that. And this is obviously the crown and glory. But there you go, that is this MOC from Mini MOC March, even though there's 3 of them. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, like the video, that's what the like button's there for. Comment your favourite of the 3 MOCs, and if you say this one, we're going to have problems. And do not forget to subscribe if you are not already and you'd like to see more MOCs from me. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it, and goodbye.